second frost of the year. 28 degrees this morning. Good morning, guys, and welcome back. So this morning there's a few things I wanted to show you guys before we get going. We just got the girls inside. By the way, if you are new here, I'm Taylor and I work on a dairy farm in central Maine. Make videos all about that, farm life, so if you enjoy watching this kind of things, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button because that really does help us out a lot, and we would love to have you guys join us. So getting started, there was a few things I wanted to show you. So the cow that I showed you, if you have been watching for a while, I showed a cow probably not last video, but the video before that. Maybe it was the last video. I don't know. It was one of our dry cows that was closest to calving. This is her calf, and he is a monster. I don't know if it's super easy to tell on camera, but I'll look. I'm not the tallest person anyway, but he comes up to my hip, and that's not like super tall, but he's long and he is thick. He's over 100 pounds easy. He's just a big guy, and he's got the cutest little markings on his face. He's got these black circles poking you on the eye there, black circles around his eyes, and then he's kind of got this like half black part on his forehead. A really nice looking bull. I think we do have somebody who is already interested in him. He was born 2 nights ago. His mother had him unassisted out in the pasture. We went out and she was just laying next to him and she was lapping him, cleaning him off and everything. It was kind of cold that morning, but he is doing well. We actually left him with her for that morning just so that she could clean him off and everything and he could eat off of her. Then we brought him back in here and I fed him another little bit of colostrum after we milked her out. And like I said, he's doing amazing. I'll also show you Mom and how well she bagged up and everything. But I mean, just look at him. She's a handsome fella. So here is Mom. That's what she's looking like this morning. So that is one of the things that has been happening lately. The new cow Candy that we got from the auction is doing great. She fits in perfect. Nobody has paid any attention to her at all. They act like she's been here forever. But on that note, we got another cow. So this one is one I got to replace Maggie, who was my Holstein. She was 5 years old. She passed away probably a couple weeks ago now. And it was really hard because I raised her from a calf, but it is what it is. Farming is difficult, but I have replaced her with another Holstein. So she's purebred. We went and picked her up yesterday. It was about a 3-hour drive. So it was a long drive. Actually, well, I'll explain after I show her, but it's been a long 2 days. So this is her. So she's a 4-year-old registered Holstein. You guys can see she does have horns, which isn't the greatest. We'll probably have those taken off, but she's really decent size, very tall. She needs to put a little bit of weight on. She's a little bit on the thin side, but get some baleage into her and she'll start putting the weight back on. She's currently dry. She has all 4 quarters working. Got a really good deal on her because she's possibly bred to a Jersey, but the lady that had her wasn't sure the Jersey was big enough to actually breed her. So it's possible that she is shortbred with a Jersey, but she said it's probably not likely because he was so small. So that is the reason we got her such a decent price, is because she's basically like a heifer. She's had 2 calves, but she's dry right now and possibly bred, but probably not. So we're going to put her out with our 2 bulls, and hopefully she gets bred by the Shorthorn bull because that would be a really cute calf. But yeah, she has no problem getting bred. It was just that the lady didn't have a bull that was big enough. And she also said she was just too much cow for them. She gave too much milk. They were just milking her to drink it, and it was just too much. So she said they were going toward Jerseys and stuff. So yeah, picked her up for $800, which I thought was a great deal, especially as a registered Holstein. And like I said, it'll be a while before she calves if she's not bred. But I mean, it's no different than having an open heifer that you put out with the bulls. She's going to eat maybe a little bit more than they do, but you take the deals where you can get them nowadays because cows are really expensive. So did want to show you guys that. Now I will tell you the story of going to get her. So we started out the day before yesterday. We were going to go get her. Like I said, it was a 3-hour drive, so we started out early, hooked up to the cattle trailer, and we got to about maybe 40 minutes away from home, and Brent's truck overheated. So we headed back. It didn't really overheat. It was just getting really hot. Just hauling a trailer on the interstate, it shouldn't have been getting hot like that. So we turned around and headed back. Called her and said we couldn't do it that day. We felt really bad because she had taken the day off work to do this. And we apologized, felt horrible about it. Got everything fixed, blew out Brent's truck. It just had a little bit of crap in the radiator, so we blew it out and got that problem under control. Hooked onto the trailer the next day and headed out. This time we got about halfway there and a tire blew on the trailer. Luckily, we were right near a self-storage place, so we just pulled in there. We parked it and got out to look at it, and I mean, there was nothing left of that tire. It just blew it to tiny little pieces. It actually ripped the taillights off the trailer, one of the taillights off the trailer. So we only had one working side of lights. We had no spare, but we did actually have a jack in the back of Brent's truck. So we jacked it up, stuck it on a rock that we found in the woods to hold it up there. We had 4 tire irons and not a one of them fit the bolt pattern of this tire, because apparently there was one tire on this trailer that has bigger lug nuts on it than all the rest of them. The other ones, the tire iron that we had, actually fit those, but this one happened to be a little bit bigger. So I found a pair of vice grips in Brent's truck. I don't know why they were in there, but we used those, and somehow, I do not know how, it was so lucky, we managed to get that tire off with vice grips. I hooked it on like really tight, and Brent would like kick it and stand on it. Somehow it came off. So we got that off, jacked it off the truck, just passed a town about 5 miles ago. So we drove back into town. There happened to be a tire place, and he happened to have a used tire that was the perfect size, fit on the trailer. It was only like 30 bucks. So the whole thing cost us like $40 to get the tire and have him put it on. Please excuse me, by the way, because I have another cold, so my nose is running and I sound kind of funny. But we headed back to the trailer. We got it put back on. Brent tightened it really good. He's like super strong, so he just tightened it. I couldn't even get it to move anymore. We did stop every 30 minutes to check to see if they were tight, since we didn't have a tire iron and all we had was the vice grips. We wanted to make sure that they were on there good. But that was fine. We made it the rest of the trip. Unfortunately, we were so late that we wouldn't have been able to make it all the way to her place to get the cow. So she ended up meeting us about a little more than halfway. We were about 3/4 of the way there. She met us the rest of the way. We met at a convenience store, switched the cow from her trailer to our trailer, and the rest is history. We made it home without a problem, but needless to say, we are going to be having a tire put on a rim and have a spare and all the tools to fix it. We should have been prepared anyway, but it was just one of those things. We thought we had all the tools we needed. We had 4 tire irons, a couple that just have 1, and then a couple of the ones that, you know, have 4 on them, and not a one of them fits. So we were really lucky in a way, but certainly didn't feel like it when we were trying to change a tire on the side of the road. But we got her home, so it all ended up working out. It is a chilly day outside. Like I said, I think it's like 30 degrees right now. Finally getting some winter weather. It's supposed to warm up pretty good today, so we got a lot of projects to work on. I'll get back to you guys when we finish milking. So we are on our last couple of cows. I do want to mention before I forgot that she does have a name. The new cow that we got, there we go, being called, excuse me, oh, and it stops. Come on, honey. Okay, so the new cow does have a name. Her name is Primrose. It's from some show that I haven't seen. I'm never gonna finish this. There. Anyway, I'm gonna nickname her Prim. I also wanted to show you guys, just milked out the fresh cow, and I wanted to show you how much she gave. So, didn't milk her out completely, but she gave just shy, I think 48 pounds, just shy of 50 pounds. So, I didn't milk her out entirely because I just wanted to leave a little bit in her. But yeah, she is a really good producer. I'm gonna have fun carrying that inside. So obviously we are done milking. I hope you guys can hear me because you probably can notice this thing on my shirt. This is actually a gift from one of you guys. I had talked about before how I tried to use a microphone. I'm probably yelling at you guys right now because I feel like I should be talking loudly, but I mentioned a while ago how I had a microphone for my other camera. I switched camera brands and it wouldn't work with this one. So I was trying to figure out something to get these to work, but don't really honestly have enough time to research that kind of thing. So one of you guys very kindly sent me one of these, and I've been trying it out the last few days, and it seems to work great. It has like a 600-foot range, so I could like get out, run away, and still be talking to you guys. Don't know why I would do that, but I could if I wanted to. I could set the camera on the edge of the field and, you know, still be talking to you guys. So I hope this is working right now. I think I set everything up right. I've been messing around with it last few days trying to figure out how to use it, but we're out cleaning out the free stall right now. We let all the cows out, including the new cow, who seems to be doing well. We had one, the head honcho of the barn, Georgia, was picking on her a little bit, but she seemed to be taking it all right. So hopefully everything's good there. I gotta go take the gate and throw that off to the side. We have a mountain of manure here and hay and stuff that we pushed out, so we can no longer push out of the freestall until we start cleaning up some of the manure that's in there, which should be happening next week. It's supposed to stay warm. It's Friday right now, so it's supposed to stay warm through next week, and we're gonna start spreading. We got a little bit more hay that we want to finish up before we unhook and start hooking up to the spreaders. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll be spreading by the end of this week. I usually put it in 4-wheel drive, low, 3rd with the button on. I'm very specific. Oh, Brent's cleaning up some of the weeds out here. It always bothers him. Hopefully this picks up just me talking and not the Kubota running or anything. You guys should see my camera though, it's all decked out. It looks like really high tech right now, you gotta see it. Look at it. You guys are so advanced now. Brent should have worked for like a landscaping company. He does stuff with his skid steer and it looks like perfect when he's done. Kind of jealous. I wish I could run a skid steer like that. all the cows are out there laying down in the sunshine. While he's working on that, I gotta put that gate back up, but he's gonna bed the floor after, and probably the stalls too. I did want to show you guys, this has been working perfectly. A lot of you guys said wedged in there like that, it's not gonna work, which I totally understand why you would think that, but our cows, honestly, they don't bother stuff like this. Like our heifers do, they're horrible about bothering stuff like this, but our cows couldn't care less about picking on stuff or pulling things or pushing things. They don't really mess with stuff. They more or less just come out here and lay down and eat and sleep, and that's it. I mean, even if they bumped it, I mean, it is solid. Like, I'm not sure if I could pull it out of there if I wanted to, but it's been working perfectly. And a lot of you guys said you were worried about it freezing, which, yes, we're not going to be running this in the winter. We're going to shut it off, drain it, probably just drag the hose back out and, you know, make sure that hose can't freeze and swell and break or anything. We just wanted this down here because it seemed like a lot of cows hung out down here. A lot of them wouldn't walk around the other cows that were eating in the middle of the barn to go take a drink. So we just thought it would be a good thing to get this going, so the ones that didn't really want to push around other cows to go get a drink could just come to this end and drink where it was a little bit quieter. Yeah, it's been working perfect. A lot of them actually truck down here from coming out into the milk barn and take a drink because it seemed like they like it better. Something new, it'll wear off eventually, but now that we got that cleaned up, let's clean up some plastic. Things are starting to look better around here. Let's get some of this out of here. I know it's a mess, but this is where we bring our bales down to open them up and throw them out back on the pad for the girls. So a lot of times it just gets thrown on the ground and we pick it up later. Lately, later has been never. So let's gonna be a nice wet mess too. So Brent just went up to bed the freestyle, but I'm gonna take you up and show you how everything looks over here. So he took out all these pretty flowers. There's not gonna be any pretty flowers unless they grow back next year, but it does look a lot better with everything gone. Some of the wrap blew up here in the crazy weather. So get that cleaned up. Kind of toasty out here. There, so we got all that plastic cleaned up. Brent's going to take that up to the dumpster right now, which means I get to drive the skid steer back. But we got all that clean, and then this area over here cleaned up. Looks good. I did want to show you guys how much manure we have to spread this fall. Not a bad amount. There's quite a lot over here as well, but that pile over there can probably go this fall, I would say. This one's gonna have to wait until spring because we've obviously just been putting this here, but all that stuff in the middle and then that corner can all be spread this year, and it looks like a lot, but it goes pretty fast. So let's see if I can squeeze through here. Ooh, I did it. There we go. Today's kind of been like a huge clean out day, so we got all the barn done and cleaned out this little baby right here, so she's got nice new sawdust. She's leaving today, actually. And then we cleaned out these guys who were very dirty, and we moved the other two in here with them. Cinnamon is just laying in that giant pile of sawdust in the sun. She's like, this is nice. So the reason that we moved the calves from the two down there from that pen into the cafeteria, I don't know if I've ever called it that before. I think I have. That's what we call it. We call it the cafeteria because it's where the calves eat. So like cafeteria, get it? So that's the little building off to the side of the barn. That's where we keep the post-weaned calves. It's not very big. You can only fit about 5, maybe 6 in there until they're about 5 months old, and then you have to move them over to the heifer barn, which is downstairs where all our heifers are. But the reason that we moved those two into there, we actually have a new plan in the works, and I'll share that with you guys once we get everything nailed down for how we're going to be raising our pre-weaned calves down at the end of the barn. It's not ideal. It would be great to have another barn to actually raise them in, but right now this is what we have, so we're trying to figure out the best way to do it. I think we have a really good plan. We just need to work out some kinks in it and get started on that, so I'll be excited to share that with you guys. It's been a long time since we had a building or renovating project, so can't wait to do that. I guess that is about it for today. Kind of a slow day, but sometimes it's nice to just catch up on some things that have fallen behind when you've been out cropping and stuff. So that's basically what today was, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you liked the microphone, if you didn't like it, whatever your opinion was of it, let me know in the comments. I haven't edited this yet, obviously, so I won't be able to tell you my opinion on it. I also hadn't used it with the tractor yet, but when I just did a little bit of a trial run with it, trying to figure out how to use it and everything, it seemed like it worked really good. So like I said, just let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, obviously, since I'm always saying that. Keep it real, keep farming, and I hope you guys will join us in the next video.